some extra clay left, you could try to make another bowl, maybe a smaller one, or you can actually use this kind of like clay and make a sculpture out of it. If you want to save it for another day, you can put it in an airtight container or a Ziploc bag and store it in the fridge. And the website I got this recipe from says that it can store for up to 2 to 3 weeks. After that, it'll probably get kind of smelly and gross. But I think I'm just going to use mine right away. So I just have a handful left. Couple things that I could do. I could definitely just kind of sculpt it into a certain shape. I'm going to try to make kind of like a pencil topper. So I've got a colored pencil here. You could use a normal pencil. If you're going to do that, you take a little handful and make it into a sphere. So I just kind of squeeze it. This is kind of like how we make spheres with actual clay. And then I'm going to put it onto my pencil. And then I'm going to try to shape this into something. I think I'm going to try to make an animal. I think I'm actually going to make a little owl, but you could definitely try making something else. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to try to make it look kind of like a great horned owl with the feathers on top that look kind of like ears. So first I'm going to kind of push in the middle. And that starts making the ears on either side. Or not really the ears, the feathers. And then I'm just going to pinch. Try to make that look kind of like the top of the owl. I'm also going to flatten it a little bit. He's a little bit round. So I'm going to flatten him. And I'm going to just kind of redo those steps of kind of pushing down the middle, making the feathers on the sides. And then I'm going to try to add a beak. This might be a little bit trickier. Again, adding something is going to be a little trickier with this kind of clay. But if I take a little bit, I don't want to make it too small. I can always make it a little smaller. I'm going to kind of just push it on. And then just like with real clay, you kind of blend it. I like to use kind of the fingernail on my finger to blend. You could also use the tip of a spoon. Kind of blend it together. So I'm kind of pinching it into a beak shape and blending. Could even maybe use my spoon to kind of outline where the wings are going to be. I'm mostly going to paint on all of those details later. So I'm going to try to smooth it out a bit. I think that's kind of where it's going to end up. I'm going to make sure that this isn't going to fall off my pencil, so I'm just going to kind of pinch that around. And then I have more clay. I could make a lot of things with this. I'm going to try making some hearts. It'd be kind of fun to have some little hearts that I could paint. Maybe give to some family members. Maybe you could write a message on them later with a Sharpie after we paint them. So to make that heart, I was just kind of playing around with it. All I did was took a little handful, squeezed, squished it together, and then I kind of flattened it. And kind of like with the owl, I pushed in the middle to start forming the heart and pinched at the bottom. You could try making, you'll try making like a little cat that's sitting. So I'm just going to kind of pinch, pull. I'm not sure if this clay works very well to make coils. If you could try that for a tail, and try it out. So it's kind of all experimenting, trying some new things. So I hope you guys can try along with me. Maybe you guys come up with some other ideas how to use this stuff for something different. I'm gonna kind of pinch the ears out, pinch the nose. Maybe use a pencil, kind of poke in some eyes. Pinch his nose a bit more. There's his little feet. see how that turns out. So I'm going to put these out by the window as well to dry out along with my bowl, and then I'll check on this in a few days and see if it's dry enough to paint.